Why do men seem uninterested? It's a question that has echoed in your mind more than once. You text him, and he takes hours to reply. You talk, and he seems distracted. You try to show love, and he pulls away. And slowly, doubt begins to whisper, "Maybe I'm not enough." But stop right there, love. It's not about you being too much or too little. It's about how men process emotions differently. Science shows that men's brains are wired to solve problems first, not feelings. When a man feels stress, he retreats. He needs space to regulate himself, not because he doesn't care, but because he doesn't know how to carry emotions and logic at the same time. You, on the other hand, are naturally built to connect. You feel deeply. You want to talk things through, to bring peace with words. And that's beautiful. But when he goes quiet, it doesn't always mean rejection. Sometimes silence is his way of finding his balance. Sometimes love looks like distance, not because he stopped caring, but because he's learning how to come back stronger. Remember, emotional rhythm is not always in sync. Sometimes you'll lead. Sometimes he will. And that's okay. Relationships are not about chasing or proving. They're about flowing. You don't need to overthink why he seems distant. You don't need to question your worth. You are not hard to love. You are simply someone who feels deeply in a world that often hides emotion. And when the right man stands before you, the one who values your heart, your peace, your energy, he will never make you question how lovable you are. So breathe, beautiful soul. Let go of the noise in your mind. If he's meant for you, he will show up. Not in chaos, but in calm. And until then, live in your softness, not in your worry. Because peace will always attract what is truly meant for you. When he starts to pull away, your mind begins to race. You replay every conversation, every message, every silence. You wonder what went wrong. You feel that urge to reach out, to fix it, to ask him why he's drifting away. But beautiful soul, listen carefully. Chasing never brings you closer to peace. Men pull away not always because they've lost interest, but because they're trying to find themselves again. It's how their emotional rhythm works. When something feels overwhelming, they retreat to process it. They don't use words, they use distance. And I know for you, that silence can feel heavy. It can feel like rejection, like being forgotten. But it's not. It's a space, one that you can fill with your own light. Instead of reaching out in panic, reach inward with peace. Ask yourself, what do I need right now? Not what he's thinking, not what he's doing, but what my soul needs to feel balanced again. Maybe you need rest. Maybe you need a walk, a deep breath, a little music that reminds you who you are. Maybe you need to remind yourself that your worth isn't attached to someone's attention. When a man pulls away, it's the perfect moment for a woman to return home, to herself, to her softness, to her self-trust, to her inner calm. Let him have his space. Don't fill the silence with fear. Fill it with grace. Because when you stand calm in your feminine energy, not chasing, not begging, not proving, you become magnetic. And that calm energy? It speaks louder than any text or word ever could. The truth is, a man respects what he cannot shake, and peace is unshakable. So don't fight for his attention. Hold your energy close. Let him feel what it's like to miss your warmth, not because you're gone in anger, but because you've chosen peace over confusion. Remember this, love isn't about who texts first. It's about who can love without losing themselves. So breathe, relax your heart, and trust that what's meant for you will always circle back, not because you chased it, but because you became too peaceful to lose.